Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my second look for Halloween. If you missed the first one, I'll leave a little card, or you can just check a link below, or of course you could just go back onto the channel to see my kind of fantasy fairy look. Today, you can probably tell by the title, we are going to do a Vampire Diaries vampire look. So I did this already before a couple of years ago and I really liked it. It was kind of based on Elena Gilbert or Catherine. Whereas now I'm blonde, I guess it's going to be more like Caroline. But either way, we're going for kind of the same look. So I picked up these. I actually didn't show this in my haul, although I'll leave a little card here. Everything else that I will be using for all my looks was actually shown in the haul there. But this I picked up last week. I needed the blue in it and I needed these kind of colours because I wanted it to look like bruising a little bit around here. So I picked up these and of course come with the little sponges. Then I have these sponges. And then I picked up these in deals and they're just makeup sponges. But again, they were just for Halloween looks. Although if I have any left over, because there's 24 in here, I probably will use them for makeup or skincare or something. So, first things first, I am going to unpackage all of these and I'll be right back. And we're back. So I just took these out of the packages. I just wanted to do it off camera because it'd be noisy. So there. I really like this one, if you can see that there, because it's really like stipply. I'm sure you could use maybe like a cleaning product for the kitchen or something. It's probably like a similar one. Just be careful because some of those could be really harsh on your skin and they're not you know, fit for purpose. So well, they're fit for purpose in the kitchen but not in your skin. So just be careful, but I'm sure there is other kind of similar things with similar textures. And then there's these with the smaller kind of holes, bubbles, whatever in them. So there you go. Now I've already done my base. So I used the My Perfect Color Double Coverage Matte Foundation, and that's in nude. And then I used the, where is it? The liquid concealer medium coverage as well, with vitamin E and aloe vera just around here. And I just did my eyebrows as well, and they are the PS 3-in-1 brow, and I've lost the top of this. It's just a spoolie and then up like that. So just, ow, there was no top on that. Just did the base there, and then we're going to go kind of straight onto the eyes. So the overall kind of look of this, if you watch Vampire Diaries, then you'll know, is kind of clear skin and clean makeup, but then around the eyes I wanted to look sore, bruised and raised. And then we're going to use dark liner, dark shadows and things like that to make it really pretty at the same time. So it's kind of got to look scary but pretty scary. So where will I start with this? So I'm going to get my sponge and I'm going to go into this little quad here. You don't have to have this one specifically. There's loads of them selling them at the moment. This blue is actually coming up a lot brighter than it is in real life. It actually is more of a navy in real life, but with the light, I guess. It's coming up brighter, but anyway, you don't have to get this one specifically. They have them everywhere. So okay, so what we're going to do is I've taken in the darker side there, and I'm just gonna lightly kind of dab around here. So the aim of it is to make it look bruised kind of and sore first before we get in with any kind of shadow or liner or anything like that. And then we'll draw the veins. So the blue is important for the veins. I need the black. I want to do a bit of shadowing so that way it looks like it's raised up and a bit 3D. So we just have to, I'm starting with the reds here and I'm mixing the two reds here. So I might have to get water. It might work better if there's water. Can you see it starting to come up there now? And the aim is actually to look a bit like you have a black eye a little bit, you know, it has to be sore looking. And I'm going to take this onto the eye as well, because even though I'm going to do dark shadow and stuff like that, this is just all about the eyes. So I want it to blend perfectly, you know. I'm not sure if this is kind of dark enough on camera. It's quite dark in real life, but... And I'm only keeping it to about here because I want it to be raised to about here. From here down, I'm going to keep it, you know, quite normal, or kind of go for more of a pretty look about it. But from here up, I want it to be really like sore. I don't have a fangs because I couldn't find any nice ones really. I would have had to shop online, and if I did that, then I probably wouldn't get the stuff in time. I mean, if I, you know, thought of it a couple of weeks ago, then I'd have it in time, but now I just wouldn't. So we're just going to this now. Can you see it's starting to get a bit sore looking? So again, I'm just doing the reds by mixing the two. This reminds me a lot of when I was in I did a beauty course, or a makeup artistry course, and we used to do special effects, and we used to create bruising for either like black eyes, you know, kind of highlighting domestic abuse, or I did like car crash kind of looks as well, which this kind of reminds me, but it's all for, you know, like special effects for TV and things like that. Not that I worked in TV or anything, but it was just training kind of for that, if you wanted to get into that career. So it's going to be like kind of, the way to describe it is like a raccoon mask. That's the way kind of like I'm going to do it. I'm going to focus on it. So as you can see, it's starting to look very kind of sore, puffy around the eyes. Last year I actually had red lip liner, which I don't have anymore. It wasn't last year, it was like 2-3 years ago. I had red lip liner, and I used that as eyeliner to make them look really sore. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this and really tight, like not go into the waterline, but really tight line it so it looks really kind of red. Okay, so I think that's enough red for the moment. That's giving me a good kind of look there. And now I'm going to go into the blue. I'll just get a different sponge. I don't think I got any other colours. I'm just thinking now, did I get any purples? Because that would be good. Okay, so I'm just going to go into that blue there with the sponge. Again, maybe I should wet it, but I don't know. I'm liking, I don't want it to be too... Now, can you see that? It's kind of building up. I hope this is showing up strong on camera. I just think blending is just very important here. So, gonna get the blue. Now you can start to see that it's starting to show up and look a bit. I'm gonna change the light. Let's see if that helps this now. No, definitely not. Or turn it off. Oh. No, definitely we need it on. Whoa. And this is the best one. So as you can see, the blue and the red are kind of mixing together, and it's giving a bit of a purpley effect, a bit of a bruised kind of effect, which is what I want. I want something that kind of looks like it hurts a little bit, you know. And I'm just going to kind of go back and forth with the red, with the blue, and bring it up. And then I'm going to try the stipply one. Oh, that hurts. Oh, No, I can't use that. That one hurt. That hurts a lot. A lot, a lot. Ooh, no, 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 no. I'm not sure what it's meant for. Maybe if you were to use it on your hand or your arm, I mean, it might be a thicker skin or more used to it, but you can't use that on your face. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do is this little brush, I'm going to go into the red and I'm going to kind of go around the eyes a little bit. Again, you know, I mean, this is safe, I suppose, but I wouldn't put it in the waterline. I don't know how safe it would be for that. Okay, so I'm really just tight lining under there. So really staying close to the lash line. Adding a little bit of that darker as well. Yeah. You can see my eyes already are starting to look a bit sore. Do you know what? I'm going to actually just tie back my hair because it's in my way there a little bit. Okay, so we are going to get in there and tight line. When I mean tight line, or when I say tight line, I mean literally at the lash line underneath the waterline. That's what I mean. I know sometimes tight lining means actually going into the waterline and things, but I just mean like as tight as you can go to the eye without actually going in the waterline. Excuse me. And that's just simply because I don't trust the makeup, the brand, to actually go that close to my eyeline. Okay, so that's the eyes. Right, now I'm just going to go over that a little bit more. I do like the way it's showing up, but before I start putting in the veins, I want to make sure that's quite strong and that people can see how like painful that it looks, because it's very hard afterwards to go in and blend that, because once you have the kind of veins, it's quite delicate work that you can't really go back in with a sponge and just blend it out. I mean, we will go over it a little bit with a sponge, just so it looks like they're under the skin and not just drawn on the top, but you won't be able to like blend them out too much, or else you just blend them completely out and no one would even see them. So we have to make sure that we do all of our kind of underneath bruised work here before we move on to the next step. So just take your time with it and it's all good. You see that? Yeah. Now in real life, I'm even adding a little bit of black into it just to make it a little bit darker. We'll clean it all up afterwards underneath as well. Now, right, so next thing I'm going to do is I have my little makeup brushes and I have this one here, if you can see it. I actually got it from Aldi, so it's the liqueur range, and my mom actually picked this up for me in a little pack full of it's like vegan friendly brushes and cruelty free and all that. So I don't think they have them at the moment, but keep an eye out because they usually do bring them back again. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to have to multi-tone this to make it more three-dimensional. So what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to get my eyeliner, which I should have got this beforehand. So this one. Yeah, so this is just a liquid liner which will be used kind of to add in a bit more shade and things, and then we will be putting a bit of red into it as well, but we're going to start with blue because the veins underneath are blue. So got the blue on that, and I'm going to actually move a bit forward of it so that you can see this. So we are going to yeah. So for each vein, it's kind of a lot of work. So we start with the blue, okay? You can kind of see the on camera there. And we're going to stop right where we stopped with the bruising. And we're going to just bring them out. So you kind of see that there. And we're just going to, but remember, make them uneven a little bit. So this is just our start, and we'll pull all these like veins so that when you do your angry vampire face, it looks like they're popping out. Again, kind of have an imaginary, it's not even imaginary because it's where you did the shading, but it's just along here, and that's where you stop the vein then. And it's okay if they cross over a little bit, or because they're meant to look kind of natural, and we're starting them kind of long as if they're coming out from underneath the eye, but as we, this is only starting off, so we will add them in more around as well, like little ones here and there, so like one in between there. And kind of see the veins starting to pop out. See? And if I do that kind of face where I'm pushing my cheeks up a little bit, it does look like they're starting to come out. So after we do that, I'm going to take that darker red, the more like purpley darker red, and I'm just going to lightly see if I could kind of add them into the veins, but more on the, so when I'm looking at it, it's the right side of my face, so it'll be, you're looking, well, I don't know. Oh, the right side of my hand, sorry, I have such an issue with left and right. But my right hand, the right side of my face, I'm keeping the red onto that side because I'm going to the black a little bit on the other side. But I want it to look blended into it a little bit, not just like a red vein next to it. It's kind of more to accent it, or, you know, give it a bit more depth. So. Yeah. See, it's hard because this brush is not as precise as I would want it. I actually did buy brushes, not makeup brushes, but more kind of brushes for precision, kind of for this work. But then I actually ended up using them for my my upcycling. Now, and add a bit more darker red into the corners of the eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to go and do the other side off camera. And then I'm going to come back and show you kind of the full face and talk you through it, because otherwise this video is going to be so long. So we're going to take the eyeliner, and this is going to be really light. So it's literally just a shadow. I don't want it to be like drawing on. I want it to be just shading. And I'm even going to like pat that in a little bit because I don't want it to pop out and people can just see that it's been like drawn on, which obviously it has, but you know what I mean. Now, can you see that now? Hopefully you can see all this and this isn't all for nothing. Now, the veins, hopefully you can kind of see them popping out. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes with the other side done and talk you through the makeup parts. Now, so that's both sides done. As you can see, it's kind of sore and looks like the veins popping out, bruising a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that red and the bit of black, and I'm just going to start going around the eyes and darkening them up. Not being too careful or anything, because I want it to look really sore. Just take along there and taking it up the top. So what I'm going to do now next is I am going to get my other eyeshadow palette, dark eyeshadow. I'm going to do some smoky eyes, I'm going to do some lashes, I'm going to finish the face, red lips, and I'll show you what it looks like at the very end. And we are back. So since I left you go, I'm after finishing my face. I only put on a bit of bronzer. Actually, I didn't put on any blush, so I might put on a little bit. Actually no, because I'm supposed to be a vampire. So on my face I just put a bit of bronzer. This is the Sun-Kissed matte bronzer, and then I put on lashes, the full look lashes from Penny's. I used the Natural Smoky palette to do a smoky eye, and then I used the Fast Stroke Collection eyeliner to do a wing liner as well. And then on my lips, all I did was put on my usual kind of lip combo. I did do a red originally, but I actually didn't like the look on me. Red isn't really my color a lot of the time, so I just didn't like it on me, but I'm sure red would look lovely with depending on your skin color, you know, look great with this look as well. So this Makeup Gallery Pout Matters, and then on top of that was the PS Luster in Barely There, so I put them on top. And to achieve this Vampire Diaries vampire look. And then what I didn't do is I didn't touch it up, so just take a sponge and just lightly tap it so that it's not looking heavily drawn. And then there we go. So it's more of a Caroline look this year with the blonde hair, but that is how we did a Vampire Diaries vampire look. Again, you can change your makeup depending on what suits you best, and of course you can add the vampire fangs as well, but that's how we did it. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back very soon with more looks, more videos for you. I will leave links below and in the cards to my Halloween makeup no, my Halloween decor haul and my Halloween costume makeup haul, and then I also have a couple of primer hauls as well. It was big month for a couple of primer hauls, but yeah, we'll be going into lockdown again soon, so there will be no more shopping for quite a while, I'd say. At least not in Pennies or Primark anyway. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave me a comment below and tell me what you think of it, or if you've tried it yourself. Please leave me any photos of your looks, your Vampire Diary looks. I'd love to see them. And thank you for watching. I will see you again very soon. Bye!